I'm standing in the driveway with the engine humming low, watching the porch light flicker like it's begging me not to go. There's a ghost in the window, or maybe it's just the glass, reflecting a version of me I'm finally letting pass. I didn't pack the memories, they're too heavy for the trunk. I left the jagged pieces of the promises that sunk. The neighborhood is sleeping, tucked under blankets of blue, while I'm driving away from the only home I knew. They say you can't run from the shadow in your chest, but I'm putting 1,000 miles to the ultimate test. I'm trading the us for a road that's wide and clean, and leaving the wreckage of everything in between. I'm leaving it all behind, the good and the hollow, to a place where your shadow isn't allowed to follow. The names on the mail, the stains on the floor, the way that I wait for your hand on the door. It's a beautiful tragedy, a quiet design. I'm taking my heart back and drawing the line, 1 mile at a time. I'm beginning to find that I'm finally leaving it all behind. I passed the diner where we had our first real fight. It looks smaller now in the rearview mirror light. Funny how the places that used to feel so grand are just dots on a map in a cold and different land. I'm deleting the playlist, the one that makes me weak. I've got promises to myself that I finally have to keep. The radio is static, but it's better than the sound of a love that keeps trying to pull me underground. I'm not looking for a new start, just a place to exist, where the air doesn't taste like the person I missed. I'm burning the bridge while I'm standing on the shore, because I can't be the person who loves you anymore. I'm leaving it all behind, the good and the hollow, to a place where your shadow isn't allowed to follow. The names on the mail, the stains on the floor, the way that I wait for your hand on the door. It's a beautiful tragedy, a quiet design. I'm taking my heart back and drawing the line, 1 mile at a time. I'm beginning to find that I'm finally leaving it all behind. No more looking back, the horizon is gray, but at least it's a different kind of day. Left the keys under the mat, left the hurt where it sat. I'm gone. I'm gone. Try to trace a jawline in my head this morning, but the edges are starting to blur like a watercolor rain. I can't remember if your eyes were green or more like hazel, or the exact way you whisper when you try to hide the pain. It's been so long since I heard the sound of your front door swinging that I'm starting to doubt if the rhythm I remember is true. I'm holding on to ghosts of ghosts, just trying to keep from sinking, but I'm losing the grit and the grain of the version of you. It's like a photocopy of a photocopy of a dream. Every time I look, there's a little less light in the scene. The colors are washing out, turning to a silver gray, and I'm terrified the rest of you is gonna drift away. Now you're just a memory of a memory, a shadow of a spark, a flickering candle at the end of a long cold dark. I'm reaching for the details, but my fingers hit the air. I remember that I loved you, but I can't quite feel you there. The sharpest parts are rounded off, the fire's turned to stone. I'm haunted by a feeling, but I'm haunting it alone. I went back to that coffee shop where we sat for 7 hours, but they've painted all the walls and moved the table by the vent. I tried to find the us and the smell of roasted beans and flowers, but I couldn't find a single trace of where the magic went. I'm grasping at the way you laughed, but it's a distant radio, fading in and out of static as I drive across the line. I'm mourning who we were, but that was 3 lifetimes ago, and I'm scared I've made you up to keep from losing my own mind. Is it a mercy that the sharpest stabs are getting dull, or is the void inside my chest just finally getting full? I'd rather have the agony of every single cut than this quiet room where all the windows have been shut. Now you're just a memory of a memory, a shadow of a spark, a flickering candle at the end of a long cold dark. I'm reaching for the details, but my fingers hit the air. I remember that I loved you, but I can't quite feel you there. The sharpest parts are rounded off, the fire's turned to stone. I'm haunted by a feeling, but I'm haunting it alone. It's getting blurry, it's getting thin. I can't remember where you end and I begin. Just a Polaroid left out in the sun, fading, fading, gone. We've been here before, standing at the edge, balancing our hearts on a crumbling ledge. But this time the air feels thinner than the rest, like a final weight is settling in my chest. I'm not reaching for your sleeve, I'm not asking for a why. I'm just looking at the color of a permanent sky. The keys are on the counter, the ring is in the drawer, and for the first time in years I'm not locking the door no more. See you later to soften the blow, no more. Call me when you get there just for the show. We've run out of ink, we've run out out of breath, and we're finally facing this beautiful day. This is the final goodbye, the one that stays still, the one that we meant with a break in our will. It's not a slam door or a scream in the rain. It's the quiet surrender of a long distance pain. No more sequels to write, no more bridges to try, just a heavy cold piece of the final goodbye. I'll miss the way you drink your tea, the way you say my name, but I'll miss the way we played that exhausting game of trying to fix a mirror that shattered in the dust, trying to find the gold underneath all the rust. I'm watching your car turn the corner of the street, and I feel the first time my heart has its own beat. It's lonely as hell, but it's honest and true to finally be someone who isn't half of you. They say the last word is the hardest to speak, but it's the silence that follows that makes you feel weak, until the weakness turns into a different kind of strength, and you measure your life by its depth, not its length. This is the final goodbye, the one that stays still, the one that we meant with a break in our will. It's not a slam door or a scream in the rain. It's the quiet surrender of a long distance pain. No more sequels to write, no more bridges to try, just a heavy cold piece of the final goodbye. No more one last time, no more maybe next year. The dust is settling, the vision is clear. Goodbye, finally goodbye. The calendar is bleeding now, another month of June. The tide is pulling back to give the ocean to the moon. The oak tree in the yard is dropping leaves onto the grass, and I'm just standing here watching the sand inside the glass. I used to think we were the ones the rules could never bend, the exception to the logic that it always has to end. But the pain is peeling back on every promise that we made, and I'm watching our forever start to flicker and to fade. The seasons don't apologize for turning gold to gray. The sun don't ask permission just to take the light away. It's a law written in water, it's a cold and steady truth, that time is just 100 and we're nothing more than youth. Because everything ends, even the things we call home. The fire turns to ash and the marble turns to stone. tragedy. It's just the way the world is spun. Everything ends, and we're finally done. I'm walking through the rooms where we were loud and full of life, before the silence sharpened like the edge of a kitchen knife. The laughter's gone to static, and the passion's gone to dust, and the iron in our souls is finally giving in to rust. We try to build a castle on a foundation of sin, and we're surprised to find the water took the very ground we stand. I'm not angry at the gravity, I'm not angry at the fall. I'm just mourning the reality that we gave it our all. Stars run out of hydrogen, and rivers run to sea. The you I loved is drifting from the one I used to be. It's a beautiful disaster, it's a necessary break, to see how much a human heart is actually meant to take. 'Cause everything ends, even the things we call home. The fire turns to ash, and the marble turns to stone. I held you like a miracle, I held you like a prayer, but I'm reaching out my hand and there's nothing in the air. It's not a tragedy, it's just the way the world is spun. Everything ends, and we're finally done. The credit rolls, the curtains close, the winter comes. For every road, everything ends, and that's okay. The piano's out of tune, it's been months since it was played, like the echoes of the promises we tentatively made. I'm sitting on the bench where we used to share the keys, trying to find the melody that brought us to our knees. Your sheet music is scattered, covered in coffee stains, just a paper map of everything that still remains of us. I put my fingers on the ivory, but they're trembling and cold. The story's getting heavy and the paper's getting old. We were a symphony, a wall of beautiful sound, until the rhythm broke and sent us crashing to the ground. Now I'm just staring at the bars and the empty space between, trying to remember what the chorus used to mean. And here it is, the last note of the song, the one we held together for a little bit too long. It's hanging in the rafters, it's shivering in the air, the final bit of evidence that you were ever there. It's a lonesome minor chord, a vibration on a string, the end of every anthem that we ever try to sing. The silence is a shadow and the light is getting remote, as I let go of the pressure on the very last note. I remember how we'd harmony, never missed a beat, back when the world was quiet and the summer air was sweet. But then the bridge got complicated, the tempo started to rush, and every word we shouted turned into a hollow hush. I'm looking for a resolution, a way to close the scale, but every time I try to sing, my voice begins to fail. It's hard to find a finish line when the music was your life. now the only sound left is the turning of the knife. They say the greatest masterpieces always have an end, but I didn't think the fine would apply to you, my friend. I play the whole thing over, the sharp and the flat, just to keep from having to live in a silence like that. But here it is, the last note of the song, the one we held together for a little bit too long. It's hanging in the rafters, it's shivering in the air, the final bit of evidence that you were ever there. It's a lonesome minor chord, a vibration on a string, the end of every anthem that we ever tried to sing. The silence is a shadow and the light is getting remote, as I let go of the pressure on the very last note. Let it ring out, let it fade. Oh, this is the debt that we both paid. Listen, the music's gone. The music's gone. The spine is cracked and the edges are starting to fray from all the times I turn back to the start of the day. I've been reading the same lines over and over again, searching for a plot twist where I didn't lose a friend, but the ink has dried and the margins are full of my tears. Scroll notes of I love you through all of these heavy years. I know every comma, every pause, every stuttered breath. I've been living in a story that's been bored to death. I'm tired of being the reader who can't look away from a tragedy written in shades of blue and gray. I'm holding the cover, my thumb on the final page, feeling like a bird finally looking at the cage. And I'm closing the book on the life that we made, letting the characters rest in the cool of the shade. No more rereading the chapters where we were enough. No more tracing the words when the ending gets rough. It's a heavy thud, a cloud of dust, a finality of sound. I'm putting our story back on the shelf under the ground. The story is finished, it's time for the look of the shelf that is empty. I'm closing the book. I saw our names carved in the wood of a bench in the park, like a title page written before the world went dark. I used to think we were a series, a never-ending tale, but the words started thinning and the paper turned pale. I'm tired of wondering what happened in the scenes we skipped, of the dialogue lost when the rhythm of us tripped. I'm putting the bookmark away, I won't need it tonight. I'm learning to sleep without the glow of your light. They say a good story stays with you long after the end, to forget you, to learn how to mend. I'm not burning the pages, I'm just letting them be. Because you were a chapter, but you aren't the whole of me. And I'm closing the book on the life that we made, letting the characters rest in the cool of the shade. No more rereading the chapters where we were enough. No more tracing the words when the ending gets rough. It's a heavy thought, a cloud of dust, a finality of sound. I'm putting our story back on the shelf under the ground. The story is finished, it's time for the look of a shelf that is empty. I'm closing the book. I'm closing the book. I'm closing the book. The end is in sight. The ink is now gone. I'm walking away from the world that we know. It's a quiet ending, but at least it's over. The tea has gone cold in the porcelain cup. I'm staring at the walls, but I can't look up. The house is a museum of the things we didn't say, of the stay with me's that crumbled into gray. I'm moving through the kitchen like a ghost in a machine, caught in all the quiet spaces in between. And there's no shouting in the hallway, no slamming of the door, just the sound of my own shadow hitting the floor. They say grief is a scream, they say pain is a cry, but mine is a desert and mine is a dry. It's a weight in the lungs, it's a stone in the chest, the kind of heavy that never lets you rest. It's the silent sorrow, the one without a name, the fire that went out without the smoke or the flame. I'm mourning you in whispers, I'm breaking in the dark without a single tear to leave a jagged little mark. The world keeps on turning, but I've lost the tomorrow of a heart that's drowning in the silent sorrow. I wanted to scream, but the air gave away. It's the small things that kill you, the mundane and the neat. The way the bed is made with a clinical sheet. I'm practicing my own fines in the bathroom glass, watching the hours and the heartaches pass. If I don't make a sound, then it isn't quite real. That's the lie I tell myself so I don't have to feel. Give me a thunder, give me a storm, give me something jagged to keep my spirit warm. But this quiet is a poison, this stillness is a cage, and I'm just a blank line on a final empty page. It's the silent sorrow, the one without a name, the fire that went out, the smoke or the flame. I'm mourning you in whispers, I'm breaking in the dark It just happens in the white noise, in the choice to stay still. I'm so quiet now. I'm so quiet now. The alarm clock rings, but the air feels wrong. The morning light is a key too sharp for this song. I'm reaching for your hand across the divide, but I'm just clutching at the air on the passenger side. The coffee still drips, the kettle still screams, but it's a different kind of life than the one in my dreams. I'm walking through the house like a tourist in a town where the landmarks were lost when the walls came down. The sky's still blue, which feels like a crime, while I'm stuck here frozen in a fracture of time. How does the earth keep it spinning? It's you. When it's the first day of a world without you. It's a world without you, and it's too quiet to bear. I'm looking for your shadow, but it isn't there. The colors are muted, the gravity's heavy like a flood that's finally broken the levee. I'm a map with no north, a ship with no blue, just trying to survive in a world without you. I saw a movie poster for that sequel you liked, and for a second my heart just instinctively spiked. I went to text you a joke about the lead before I remembered the words I shouldn't read. It's the muscle memory that hurts the most, of living as a person and loving a ghost. Every street corner is a memory and wait, lying in ambush at the garden gate. They say the hole will fill, they say the gap will close, but they don't see the way the emptiness grows. I'm not looking for a new or a better or a next. I'm just staring at a world that's been permanently flexed. It's a world without you, and it's too quiet to bear. I'm looking for your shadow, but it isn't there. The colors are muted, the gravity's heavy like a flood that's finally broken the levee. I'm a map with no north, a ship with no blue, just trying to survive in a world without you. The sun's going down, the stars are in view. They look exactly the same, but they're colder too. I don't know how to do this in a world without you. Boxes taped, the Sharpie stride on the lid, hiding all the forever that actually did. I'm standing in the kitchen where the light feels thin, tracing the ghosts of where we've been. I used to keep your sweater just to have the same, but now it's just a reminder of the time we spent in a loop of maybe in a cycle of wait, while we watched our love slowly disintegrate. My fingers are shaking as I reach for the latch. I'm the only one left holding the unlit match. I'm tired of the hope, it's a heavy jagged thing, and I'm ready for the silence that the ending will bring. So I'm letting go for good this time, I mean it. I'm clearing out the space and I'm gonna leave it. No more one last talk, no more one last cry. I'm giving up the ghost and I'm letting it die. It's not a temporary break or a pause in the line. It's a permanent border, a final design. I'm walking out the door like I understood that I'm letting go for good. I deleted the photos that I couldn't stop viewing, the digital proof of the life we were undoing. I saw memories notification on my screen, but I didn't even click to see what it could mean. I'm learning the rhythm of a heart that's alone, no longer a satellite in your gravity zone. The bed feels massive and the house feels wide, but at least there's no room for you to hide inside. It's a violent peace, it's a quiet war to decide that you don't wanna hurt anymore. I'm burning the map, I'm sinking the boat, I'm clearing the lump that's been stuck in my throat. Yeah, I'm letting go for good this time, I mean it. I'm clearing out the space and I'm gonna leave it. No more one last talk, no more one last cry. I'm giving up the ghost and I'm letting it die. It's not a temporary break or a pause in the line. It's a permanent border, a final design. I'm walking out the door like I understood that I'm letting go for good. No more maybe, no more soon, just the empty light of a Tuesday noon. I'm finally lighting, I'm finally gone, I'm letting go. The I do's are echoes in the crowd, molding out the stick, settling on the weight of every vow. I'm walking through the hallway where we hung the frames. Now there's just pale squares and the ghosts of our names. The kitchen's too big for one cup of tea, and the fridge is a desert of you and me. I used to hear music when I'd open the door. Now it's just my own shoes on the hardwood floor. We promised the stars, we swore on the moon. let the cold air in. It's a symphony of broken vows and empty rooms where the silence is heavy and the memory looms. I'm sleeping in the center of a king-size bed, replaying every single word that we said. The pain is still fresh, but the foundation is gone. In a house made of heartbreaks that I can't live on. Just broken vows and empty rooms. I found a dried rose in a box by the sink. It's funny how fast a whole empire can shrink. We talked about colors for the nursery wall. Now I just use that space to hide from it all. The closet is half hollow, a ribcage of wood. I fill it with lies if I thought that I could, but the hangers are clicking like a clock in the dark, counting the miles since we lost the spark. They say a home is a place where you know, but I've never felt more like a stranger alone. You took the warmth and you took the forever, and left me the never and not all together. It's a symphony of broken vows and empty rooms where the silence is heavy and the memory looms. I'm sleeping in the center of a king-size bed, replaying every single word that we said. The pain is still fresh, but the foundation is gone. In a house made of heartbreaks that I can't live on. Just broken vows and empty rooms. There goes the light. I'm a ghost in the drywall at night. Just echoes, just air. I'm still here, but you're everywhere. The sunlight is the pillow where you used to rest your head. It's 7:15, the quietest time to be alone in bed. I reached out for the shadow of the coffee cup you bring, but the only thing that's brewing is the winter's early sting. I used to wake up to a melody, a bright and easy sound, before the world got heavy and the silence got profound. It's a ghost in the curtains, a ripple in the air. I turn around and answer, but there's no one standing there. Just the memory of a secret that we never got to keep. And I still hear the echo of your laugh in the morning when the house is waking up without a single word of warning. It bounces off the kitchen tile and lingers on the stairs, a ghost of better Saturdays and unsaid morning prayers. It's the cruelest kind of music, playing soft and low, the echo of your laugh, letting me know I'm so low. I try to drown it out with the static on the news, but I can hear the cadence of your I've got nothing to lose. That breathless little catch, the way you tilt your chin, back when we were certain that the world would let us win. Now I'm walking through the hallway like I'm walking through a dream, trying not to tear this fragile fading scene. They say the sound waves never die, they just get harder here. Traveling through the universe for 1,000 light years. So maybe in a different space you're still laughing at my jokes, and I'm not just a lonely man watching morning chimneys smoke. But here is just the echo of you laugh in the morning, when the house is waking up without a single word of warning. It bounces off the kitchen tile and lingers on the stairs, a ghost of better Saturdays and unsaid morning prayers. It's the cruelest kind of music, playing soft and low, the echo